To my left is Pat Noaker, Noaker, a lawyer working with us and with our firm here. To my right is a courageous survivor and a survivor advocate by the name of Pat Marker, Marker, from Seattle, Washington. And Pat Marker has become an outspoken advocate for the protection of children and is the founder of the website BehindThePineCurtain.com. BehindThePineCurtain.com. Also present, but not at the podium at the moment, is the survivor that is identified in this lawsuit. He is now 40 years old, but he and his brother were sexually abused repeatedly by this monk as an early teen, and in North Carolina, while the monk was in Hispanic ministry there and the director of Hispanic ministry in North Carolina. We're really sad and full of sorrow that this action is being taken here today. We're sad because, of course, of the abuse of these boys, but we're deeply sorrowful that we have to take this action again against St. John's. We and a number of survivors had reached a resolution with them in 2002 in which promises were made, protocols and procedures implemented, and the promises that were made in 2002 by them to better protect kids seem to have been broken. And they seem to have been broken, and grievously so, because Schulte remains in ministry, remains a monk, seemingly without restriction on his activities. And as recently as yesterday, we located him in Rome, in ministry, doing work. What does this depict up here, Sandy?
It says relating the life of St. Clair, Florida.
This is a photo that was taken in 2007 showing Father Francisco Schulte giving a tour around Rome to college students. This is also from 2007.
And what we also know by our internet search is that as of yesterday, now it was unposted yesterday as soon as we announced this suit, but yesterday in the morning it was posted that he is planning to do a tour in Rome without restriction or limitation to kids, and it's in the press materials, the posting that we discovered yesterday. As soon as we announced this suit, it got unposted, but that doesn't change the fact that this guy is a serial offender, and this guy has not been limited in his ministry adequately by his order, the order of St. Benedict and St. John's, and by his abbot. And that's deeply alarming and very, very, very dangerous and very serious. Number one, this would have been, and these two kids, now young men, would have been the 6th and 7th victims that have now come to our attention, that were abused by Francisco Schulte over the years. The second thing that's so alarming here is that when we made a settlement with St. John's where they promised to do better and implement new procedures, Schulte was on restriction at that time. And then sometime now, mysteriously to us, they removed the restrictions in 2003 on Schulte, thus allowing him to remain in ministry. And that is very alarming, deeply disappointing, and a choice that they have seemed to make, that is to continue one of their monks in ministry in violation of promises they'd made, agreements that they had made, and seemed to have put the well-being of this monk and the reputation over the well-being of the kids in this community and other communities across the country, and in Rome, where he's now living and working without warning of the history that we now know to be and is revealed in this lawsuit, and through the courage of the survivor and his brother, to whom we're deeply grateful.